Hey, what's up, guys? This is the Mercedes CLA, but hold up. This is the CLA shooting brake. Just look at this beauty from the sides. From the front, this CLA shooting brake is identical looking to the CLA sedan. So, in Mercedes style, just like we saw from that CLA, we have all the stars in front of this vehicle. Mercedes do actually want all the stars to align in your favor. You have a star for the daytime running light, a huge LED light bar. We have the Mercedes star that glows, and also this individual LED light that kind of pulsates. In my opinion, I think the implementation of LED front grills was much more better on the Mercedes GLC, which we just saw. This one does a dance when you unlock the car. Yes, it looks very unmistakable at night, but yeah, I just kind of think it's a bit tacky. Running down the sides, I do love the wheels also. These are 19-inch AMG wheels. This CLA doesn't look as good as the previous generation CLA, which was the ICE one, but this still looks good. When you look at this fast back estate kind of design, it's not a full wagon design in my opinion because of the way it just slopes. Doesn't have that boxy form factor of a wagon, but you get some extra space from the CLA sedan. Moving over to the back, we also have a full LED tail bar that does an animation when you unlock the car. You have your Mercedes logo in there, and it's a fine looking car, a good looking one at that. And we spoke about space, so let's just pop the trunk and see how much space we get. So I can now understand from the trunk space why Mercedes calls this a shooting brake, because in your normal wagon, you don't have much load lip. But if you look at this, this is the amount of load lip you get. But you get around 455 liters of trunk space. It can be folded, 40, 20, 40 folding configuration. You can just stretch and fold them here from the trunk. And then you have so much more space. Let's do some stats real quick. There's a CLA 350 I have here, and it's informatic variant. We have two electric motors, one in front and one in back. Of course, the rear electric motors do have its 2-speed gearbox. These two electric motors do make 356 horsepower and about 550 newton meters of torque. This car will do 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 5 seconds and a top speed of 210 kilometers per hour. If you care, it's built on the same, 84 kilowatt hour NMC usable battery. Fast charging comes in at 320 kilowatts. So 10 to 80% state of charge in about 22 minutes. So good figures on this CLA. But in the back cabin, there's a small rear seating space for rear seat occupants. Let me just demonstrate to you how much space I have here in back. I have this much of knee room, especially with this seat in my perfect driving position. Not much. I can't really stretch out my feet. I don't really sit comfortable in the back seat of the CLA. But visually, LED lights on the door. I love the way the LED light borders around the door. I have air vent here, circular air vent, quite nice. That's cool. And then 2 USB Type-Cs just down there. But let's just go into the front where we can see more of the Mercedes CLA. And then, of course, you're welcomed by, this puddle light that has stars in it. You might consider that childish, but hey, depends on what you think about it. And you have illuminated door sills. That's fairly, common nowadays. But then, when you look at this interior, it's a light show in the interior of the CLA. This CLA shooting brake I have here comes also with a super screen, same that we saw on the GLC. So you have a third passenger screen here, 14.2 inch, 14.2 inch, 10 inch screen. The screen is actually very good to use. Honestly, we're not going to get into that. Some key differences for the CLA is just a bit of a different design. Like for example, here you have more gloss black material. There is no gloss black material on the GLC. The center armrest, fairly decent center armrest or center console area. Two cup holders. You have some storage pockets down there. Of course, this is the Burmester sound system for this shooting brake, for this AMG line I have here. And I also do have a panoramic glass roof. Unfortunately, this panoramic glass roof doesn't come with the Sky Active control. But what this comes with is an HUD just over there. A very, very good HUD, honestly. Has tons of information, especially while driving. I do find this light reflective, especially at night, and especially at pitch black night. I'm telling you, look up there. You can see the lights just reflecting on the glass. But yeah, we do have instrument cluster here for the driver, but you know what? Let's just drive the CLA. I have driven a couple of Mercedes vehicles, the electric vehicles, and one thing I would say that Mercedes does get consistently right is the visual experience, I would say. Yeah, the visual experience, the character that they give from visual experience. I mean, just look at this car with LED lights everywhere underneath, this huge super screen here, just there on the side there. I would say, it's visually stimulating. Of course, it's visually stimulating. So they do get that right. And yeah, it's not pitch black because it's summer, and when you look close to the Arctic Circle, yeah, it doesn't get pitch black in summer. Yeah, so that's my experience here. But of course, still, you can still see how, this LED light just shines through this interior and all that. But let's talk a bit serious now. Why choose the shooting brake over the CLA sedan? Or in fact, why choose the CLA over the GLC we just saw? I mean, when I compare the CLA shooting brake to the CLA sedan, they're basically the same car in terms of the space they cover in real estate. Same length, approximately same width, basically the same car. You only get a fairly larger trunk from the sedan. The sedan has 405 liters. This has 455. But yes, so if you are choosing the sedan over the shooting brake, so you get 55 more liters of trunk space. I don't know if that justifies that. Let me know what you think if it justifies that. You do lose some range from the sedan. The sedan can do about 780 kilometers WLTP range, and this loses about 40 to 50 kilometers. So this has a quoted WLTP range of about 720 kilometers. I would honestly still choose the shooting brake over the sedan. And why is because I do think that the shooting brake does look better than the CLA sedan. Point blank. Over the GLC, you can make an argument that okay, the starting price for the shooting brake is lower than, of course, the GLC. If you don't have a large family, then I think the shooting brake do would do the trick for me. It will do the trick for me because the way they 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 drive almost identical driving experience. What just differentiates or what differs in the driving experience between the CLA and the GLC is that the GLC is a much more taller car, so much more body roll. Um, The CLA sits lower, the overall electric platform sits lower, so it's a bit more nimble, it's a bit more agile, and of course, this has 350 horsepower and it weighs about 2.6 tons, so it's not as heavy as the GLC, so it's a bit more nimble and agile, feels more planted, and it's also more engaging than the GLC. It's also comfortable, not as comfortable as the GLC. It's not as comfortable as the GLC, but it's also comfortable. But the tech is the same. As we can see, all the tech here, it's very easy to use. And the fact is, after spending time living with this CLA shooting brake, it's a very, very nice electric car to live with. Although if you start to spec up the CLA, especially the shooting brake, take all the boxes, then it starts to get a little bit more expensive. Like, I mean, this one I have here has this HUD, contrasting stitching here on the dash, contrasting red stitching on the dash. We have also contrasting stitching on the seats. Specking this car up, and yes, it starts to get pricey. I would say the platform from Mercedes, the electric platform, the development for this platform actually is what I admire. It's a proper electric platform. Yeah, I mean, not much to really say. The next video on this Mercedes CLA shooting brake would actually comprise of something interesting. What I'm just going to be doing the next video for this car is doing a proper range test. Yeah, that would be the next video to expect on the shooting brake. Well, yeah, that's it for me on this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.